Welcome back to another Canon Quick Shot, a quick review of a non-comic book or superhero movie. I'm your host, Terry, and today I'm reviewing Hotel Artemis, starring Jodie Foster, Sterling K. Brown, Sophia Boutella, Jeff Goldblum, host of people in this cast. So yes, this was one that came late on the radar. Interest and buzz coming about an interesting movie and how stylized it was. A lot of people taking comparisons to the Continental and John Wick, which is the hotel for assassins to kind of take a break, no conducting business. They have all these rules and they'll kill you if you break the rules. So this is similar. This is a hotel / hospital where criminals go to get fixed up, but there's a set of rules, and if you break the rules, you're gonna have issues. So very similar, but very different too. It definitely has shades of Upgrade, if you've seen that. Recently came out, where it's in the near future. I believe Upgrade was on the West Coast as well, but this takes place in LA. So you got that. You got this kind of neon feel to it. It feels kind of like a thriller almost, but it is more action and crime, I guess, than actual horror based. But there's some bloody moments in the movie, though you would never call it a horror movie. So it's got a little bit of shades of different things in there. For me, overall, I thought it was very interesting. For me, I think the movie plays out like a big teaser where there's this whole world. Like, there's a lot going on. And it's not like too much spoiler. Like, there's a riot taking place. And I think there's a political message in that, but there's a riot taking place. You don't just meet the main character of the nurse, played by Jodie Foster. You don't just meet Sterling K. Brown, who's kind of the main character. You meet all these different characters that are staying in a hotel. Like, you hear so many mentions about different things happening. And for me, I'm a fan of movies that kind of plop you in the middle and don't do origin style for you. But there's a fine line of how to tell those stories. Those to me are the best stories, but to convey what's happened in the past, you got to be crafty about it. And while I think there are some moments in this movie, overall I think there's just so much that's introduced that they have a hard time really ever explaining something or ever really giving you a full feel of each character. And so I think for me it plays out like a huge teaser to see, okay, we don't spend a lot of money, let's see how people react, then we can really build this up, because it definitely leaves open-ended questions, I'll say that. And so I think it's a huge teaser for sequels and spin-offs to this, but it could just be one of those movies that never end up getting a sequel, and then you just kind of left guessing at a lot of things. But I don't think that's the plan. I think the plan is to move forward with making a franchise of it. But yeah, it's cool things in the movie. So that's the sweet part, but you don't get a lot of answers. That's the bitter part. And you kind of feel a little shortchanged on certain things. As far as the story going in the movie, it's just kind of there. It's a lot of people's stories kind of colliding at once. And it's funny that it reminds me a little Upgrade. Also reminds me of Bad Times at the El Royale, at least the way it looks. And that movie hasn't come out yet, but it's just like these number of characters got some things in common, all in the same place, and kind of craziness ensues. So it's all over the place just for a little bit. But there's enough interesting things that keep you entertained and to keep you paying attention. So, overall though, I was really struggling with this, but I'm gonna give it a B-. I'm gonna give it an 80. And I was struggling between B- and C+, but I think overall just the style and the creativity, I get big points for creativity. I think it does have some messages in there that are subtle, and so I just gotta give it points for that. I give it an 80, but go to the comment section. Have you seen it? What do you think? If you want to see it, what are you looking forward to? Thumbs up, subscribe, share it around. And if you heard it, here's official Canon.